I'm here to do a quick masterclass for my income program that I have coming up on Thursday, and we are going to start our calls at 8 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. So, for people that don't know me, my name is Robin. I own a business called Robin's Healing. And one thing that I often offer in my sessions is a couple different things. I do the Akashic Records, and what that means is I'm tapping into your energy on so many different levels. And some people believe that the Akashic Records is like Google for you, so you can kind of like punch in whatever you want and you can get answers for that. So if you believe in like you can travel into your ancestral line, or if you believe in past lives, you can also do future readings, things like that. So what's really neat is once I go into that for you, I can access a lot of information, and it's just a great way for you to relax and for me to do the work. So what I've decided that I would do today is go into the Akashic Records so we can just dive in a bit more for the people that are watching and what they need. And so if you can hear me, let me know. I'd love to be able to know that you can hear me okay. So just comment. And so the program that I have coming up is 6 weeks. And as I was already sharing, it starts on Thursday. That's the 7th. And we go until February 18th. And so what we do is we spend 6 weeks on the people in the group. And it's called income because we're really working on your dreams, your passions, what you are excited and enthusiastic about in life. So where we are just starting up a new year might be a great time for you to join us. I just sense that the people that are in the group are going to be really relaxed. So I love that when we're working in groups, it's all about connecting to the right people. And so for people that don't know what theta healing is, we're going to be doing some clearing, some downloads. And I'm going to show you guys what that is today. So if you have anything specific in your own life going on, no matter what it is, feel free to share. And then that way I can kind of give you an idea of how we can work deeper on that for you. Just let me know. So in our 6 weeks, the first thing that we're going to do, of course, is we're going to get to know each other and get each other all on the same page, even though I know everybody already will be. What we're going to do is clear and release any limiting beliefs or any unconscious feelings, thoughts that you might be holding on to that really aren't serving you. And again, as I was already sharing, where I go into people's records and we ask the records what we need, that sort of thing, we're diving really deep. So it might mean that you have things from like on a genetic level, from a historical level, something you came into the world with. This might be on a soul level, on a core level. And again, if you believe in past lives, it doesn't matter if you do, but it might be something that you're just, again, you don't know is there. And the majority of the time, you don't know that the things that you're feeling are even there. They just happen to come up. And when they come up, you become aware of it. And then that's when we release and pull it. So the other thing that I do is I call in Reiki energy for people as well. So that's just a way to kind of calm the energy down when we're receiving clearings and downloads. Because when we're receiving, that can be kind of a lot for some people depending on where you are on your journey. So it's really important that you are drinking lots of water. If you work with sage, that you're using sage. If you work with crystals, that you're using crystals. If you're in a quiet place, that makes a difference. If you've already cleared a lot of energy in your heart and in your throat, that's even better, because the more you do, the more you're going to get. And so even though we are using the word income in terms of finances, it's more about identifying with what it is that you really want to be doing. And when you do, that's when everything starts to change. So money will come up, but money is not the point. It's really just about really getting deeper into the things that you want for yourself. And so I'm there to kind of coach you along, offering you tools and giving you the healing, but it's still your job throughout the week to maintain some of this energy as well, and use our Facebook group as a support group. So we'll have a private group that we get to use, which is awesome. And then you also get 2 1-hour sessions with me as well, so we can maintain some of this energy for you and get you just that much further ahead. Another thing that we do is we celebrate our wins, and in the programs that I'm in, we also celebrate our losses or our failures as well, because it's important to kind of just connect to where you are in general. It's being very open and honest. And so I really love these containers. They're very sacred, and they're really special, and these people become friends, and it's so great. So I thought today what I would do is, aside from just explaining that, we could do some clearings and healings for you guys just so you can get an idea. So again, if you have something specifically that you would like to release or attract as well, we can focus on that. Or even if you have any questions, let's just do that right here, because that's an opportunity. Nobody's told me that they can hear me. I'm assuming that you can. So the first module that we'll be working with is the energy of gifts. And so when we focus on gifts, what that really means is what you feel like you have, and you have an ability that makes you special, that makes you different. And again, if you don't know what that is, that's what we can tap in on a deeper level too, to kind of find out for you. Some people know that like right away as a child. They might be able to play piano or guitar, things like that, gymnastics, whatever it is. They just light up when they do these things. And so that makes a really big difference when you're lit up by the things that you do. So if you're living every day, day to day, and you're feeling really sulky and negative, as I've been saying over the last couple of days, if you're kind of drowning in your own stuff, a lot of that is a choice because you're afraid to make a change. You're afraid to be your own independent person, whatever it is. Or it might be that you're scared of what other people think. And so that's more of the energy that we'll work on. So I guess where nobody's asking anything, I'll just ask you guys, would you like to release anything that's holding you back from attracting your true desires and your passions and your connections in life? And if so, say yes. So all you have to do is say yes to that download. So this is Theta Healing. Okay, so, and then what will happen is there's a layer underneath that. Okay, and so what we can do is, once you say yes, you're agreeing to that. So what I'm doing, yes, please. Okay, awesome. Thank you. That means you can hear me. What it is like I'm asking that for you, for that healing to occur for you. So that means I'm asking for that energy to be released so that we can attract what it is that we want. And so, as I said, there are layers. So when we're able to dive deeper into what's coming up, then it's really helpful because you can start to identify basically where you want to go and sometimes where it's coming from. And the other thing that some people will do is, well, everybody does this in Theta Healing, which is muscle testing. And so that's something you can look up on a deeper level. Basically, you can just lean forward for a yes or lean back for a no. Is my name Robin? Yes. Is my name Veronica? No. Everybody does it just a little bit differently. For me, I'm quite intuitive. I just know if something's a yes or no for me, but it is something that you can muscle test, because when you go deeper into asking yourself questions, you might start asking yourself things that you typically wouldn't even think of when you're using muscle testing. Okay, again, that's something you can go deeper into, but I'm just here to help you guys out and give you guys some answers as well. So I kind of got a positive energy with that clearing when I did that, which is really great. So it feels very positive and, again, enthusiastic, which are the people that I'm looking to attract, which is fabulous. So even if you're not feeling 100%, this is not for people who it's kind of weird, because some people are scared to do programs like this because they're like, oh, I'm already like way ahead of you. And what's interesting is everything is about you guys. So the people that enter the program, it's not like a program that's already created that you're just following procedures. I'm literally tuning into you guys and offering that in the moment, which is great. So we have, of course, we have guidelines in terms of everybody's in the same energy, because they're all looking to tap in based on these modules, but then we get to focus a bit more on that. And the other thing too is there are some people who are like, oh, I'm not there yet, I don't have the abundance yet. but you're coming in to attract more positive energy, more finances as well. So that's why I have payment plans for you. So there isn't anyone who's too high or too low to be a part of these groups, okay? So again, I'm getting positive energy with this. So would you like to know that it's safe for you to keep self-correcting? And what I mean by self-correcting is just knowing when you're doing something that's off and then just readjusting and kind of correcting that energy. And if so, say yes. Okay, and then I'm getting the word career goals. And if you don't say yes out loud, that's fine. When we say things out loud, they're more effective. But if you just say yes if you're watching the replay, that's okay too. You're always going to receive this when you watch this. This will be on YouTube, and I'll put it on my business page as well. Okay, career goals. So again, this program is not just for career, because whenever we're working on gifts, your gifts might be to be a kind human to your friends. So it doesn't have to be that you're looking to relate this to a career. And so again, that's where we're diving deeper into what are your gifts, and how to apply that. So everybody's going to be a little bit different. I just want to keep that in mind. But if we were to go into career goals, what you could do is visualize yourself in an ideal career, doing what it is that you really want to be doing. So again, if you stepped outside of your ego and outside of your current lifestyle, and money was limitless, life were limitless, and you go into that future life, and it comes to work, who are you serving? Are you serving someone? Is somebody else serving you? What are your exchanges with other people? So just allowing yourself to breathe in this moment and looking into that situation. And are you happy in that energy? What does it feel like? Because we're attracting feelings. So would you like to release any blocks that you might have around anything that's holding you back from attracting this vision that you created for yourself? And if so, say yes and breathe. Okay, so what's coming up is some people don't always feel safe. And when I say the word safe, from a chakra's perspective, safety really lands in the root chakra, which brings me into our second module, which is the energy of grounding. And so it's really hard to get ahead when you don't feel safe, when you don't feel like you have enough money, when you feel like you don't have enough food, when you're not eating the right foods, when you're not getting outside enough, when you're not taking care of your health, when you have anxiety, when you have depression, etc. When you don't meditate, you're stuck in your head all the time, you're a worrywart, you're self-conscious, la la la, just this overwhelming feeling constantly. So that's really important to establish and get ahead of the game with. So would you like to clear and release anything that's holding you back from feeling safe in your sense of security? And replace that with knowing that you can feel alive, that your energy can start feeling more positive and heightened and even more aware if you desire that. And if so, say yes. Okay. And then what comes up is fear, because what I'm doing is I'm working on people's fears. So I was getting the energy of scared. It's like people are scared to do what it is. So this is the whole point of this program, is to help people with these things. So why are you scared to tap in? Why do you not want to know the things that are going to be of value to you? Because at the end of the day, that's how we keep ourselves safe in life, is by not being afraid to tap in to our intuition, to get answers within our own selves. And often, I brought this up yesterday, when we have a lot of energy stuck in our heart. So it's kind of cool how each day, the last couple of days, have been trickling into each other, and how when we're, hi Danica, and if you have any questions, now would be a great time to ask. When we're hanging on to old things in our heart space, this is the kind of stuff that will sometimes tell us like, oh no, you don't deserve this, you don't have enough time to do this, and all these excuses. And so excuses are really common for a lot of people. I see this all the time. There's always, for instance, it's like, oh, I can't do this because, I don't have the money, or I can't do this because I don't have the time. These are really, really strong excuses, I would say, because people really believe this. So until they clear it, that's something that's, again, just holding them back. So do you want to let go of feeling stressed all the time and let go of the tension and physical harm that you've been doing to your physical body? And for some people on an energetic level as well. And let's replace that with knowing that you can strengthen your immune system, that you can feel stronger in your energy field, and that you can be where you need to be because you're meant to be and because it's right for you, and let go and just let go. And if so, say yes. Okay, I'm getting two different things. So one is career, but career keeps coming up a lot, and then I'm getting worried. But the key thing is career is coming up, and I was already sharing that this isn't just about career. So if you think about your ideal career, how much money are you making in your ideal career? Is it 100,000? Is it 10,000? Is it 70,000? Could be different for everyone. Might be that you only work 1 day a week. So, and it might be that you're busting your tail up. So it's whatever you're looking to attract, and just find that number, that value. And again, this is where you can muscle test. Like, am I okay with $100,000? Am I okay with $70,000? Everybody's different. So think about that number and find out what's coming up, and you can share if there's anything that's coming up for you. Okay, I'm kind of connecting to, I'm afraid of living a lifestyle that I can't afford. Ooh, that's a powerful one. And so that comes up with worry and career, because career and lifestyle, it makes sense, right? So say you like to shop, you like really fancy clothes, you get your hair done, you get your nails done, you might be a male and that's not how you live, but you might like to go out to the bar with your friends and spend a couple $100 on some beer and some hockey pools or whatever it is. And it really is, you're not wrong in terms of caring about balance with how much you're spending. It's just like weight loss, right? It's X amount of calories and have to burn this. If I make this much money, right, I have to be able to afford my bills. We all have like that realistic way. But when we have fear around spending, that's what's holding us back. Because if we don't want to put forward, and we're scared to put forward because we think something bad's going to happen, that's when things become negative. So it's okay to be realistic, but it also has to be that there isn't any weird energy around it. And so that's what we're working on. So would you like to let go of feeling like you're going to blow your budget, that you're not going to be able to afford things, that you're going to overspend, that you're not going to have enough, and all this like lack mentality and all the worry energy around how you spend your money? And let's replace that with trusting that your money is energy, and that when you decide that you're worth all the things that you're doing and that you're sharing and that you're giving, that it's also okay to receive that in return and start feeling the good, positive feelings that come from giving back to yourself in your heart space and letting go of all that. And so say yes. Okay, and then I'm picking up on anger as well. So that brings me into my third module for this program that I'm offering, and spirituality is the module. So when we think about anger, anger is not how we want to feel when we're working on being on our path, right? On our spiritual path, meaning like you're feeling healthy, you're feeling optimistic, you're in the job that you want to be because you feel like you're fulfilling your purpose, la di da di da. But when there's anger, it's okay to have anger. It's actually really healthy to have anger. We don't want to push anger away. And so I think that that's where the sadness can come up, and all that fear, because if in fact it's like, okay, I'm feeling this way, I need to almost embrace how I'm feeling versus tell myself that this is negative, that you feel this way. You shouldn't be feeling this way. You should be grateful. And let me know if this resonates with anybody, because it's really helpful when I'm doing this, and it's a great opportunity for you guys as well. Okay, so let's let go of any depression, any sadness, any grief, any energy of loss, and let's replace that with trusting that you can let go of negative energy when it comes at you in ways that are actually going to be healing and therapeutic for you. And if so, say yes. Okay. I just get the energy of I can't. And there are some people that are like kind of judgmental too. So, well, it makes sense. When you're saying like you can't do something versus you can do something, it means that you're probably judging yourself or somebody else, because you're not in an energy of giving, you're not in an energy of positivity, you're not in an energy of forward or trust or faith or any of that stuff. So, do you want to let go of feeling like because you've had trauma in your life, because you've been a victim in situations, and again, this feels like on a really deep level. Do you want to like let go of feeling like because you've had all these bad situations that have happened to you, that there's going to be a repeat of some sort? And let's replace that with feeling safe, knowing and trusting that you can make your own decisions for yourself, and that you can be the person that you really want to be. And if so, say yes. Okay, so I'm getting the word crystal healing right away, because I mean, I'm always working with crystals. They're so grounding, and it kind of goes together, the gifts, the grounding, the spirituality. But it's like there are some people that don't really believe in the power of healing. They don't believe in the power of energy and certain things like that. So again, it all comes down to your belief systems, because if you don't believe that something is going to be helpful for you, then it won't be, right? So you can see how that gets in the way right away, because it's like you're already like going to do something positive, and then you decide, oh, I don't really know if I believe in this positive thing. And as I already shared, it could be because you've been hurt in the past. If you've been burned in the past, again, when we look into deeper ancestral lines, things like that, there could have been times where we'll say, like in the native culture, a lot of rituals and things like that were very positive. They were respected because they would, light their sage, whatever it is, in their Palo Santo, and have their drumming circles, whatever it is. But then there's also like you could see like the witchcraft and that sort of thing, and how people that were diving into even what they were doing was energy work. There were a lot of like negative judgments towards people that were actually tapping in, and they were, I mean, everybody has different intentions, but there were people who were actually doing good things that would be criticized for that. So do you want to clear and release times in your life where you were criticized for doing positive things, and replace that with knowing and trusting that you have good judgment, and that there is healing around you when you allow yourself to accept that energy? And again, very related to receiving. If so, say yes. Okay, so I'm getting the energy of self-love right away, and how when we criticize ourselves, how can we expect to love other people and have healthy relationships when we're giving ourselves a hard time all the time, right? We're stressing ourselves out. It's not a good thing. And this is really common nowadays. So, do you want to know that it's safe to love yourself unconditionally and start working on the power of healing? And if so, say yes. All right, that feels better. I like doing this stuff. It's actually quite fun. But there's always some roadblocks when we do this stuff because again, if people aren't sharing, it makes it a little bit harder. It just creates more work for me, which is okay. But I like people to be a part of it. So if you can be, then join in. Let me know. Does it connect to you? Is there anything that comes up? Okay, and then we have the module for relax in our 6 weeks. There's a lot more stuff to this, but I'm just summing it up. So the relaxation part is really key, as I was just sharing, how when we don't love ourselves, we tend to stress ourselves out. We tell ourselves, like, you have to do this, you have to do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. Because of maybe it's social norms, as we were just discussing. Like, it's not possible for me to have X, Y, and Z because if I quit my job, then my kids won't be fed, etc. Or no, I have too many tattoos, I can't do this job, whatever it is. But we make up a lot of excuses. So when it comes to relaxation, and it's kind of related to safety as well, do you want to let go of any pain in your heart that might be stuck there, that's causing you anxiety, that's causing you stress, that's making you feel unmotivated, that's making you continue to suppress your energy, where you feel like you can't share things, where you feel like you can't talk to other people about how you feel, and replace that with knowing that it's safe for you to go to places in your mind that's healthy, that you can do healthier things for your physical body, know what it looks like and feels like to share good energy with other people and have healthy exchanges that way, and if so, say yes. Okay, and then there's also the energy of intimidation, where some people are scared to be themselves, and because they don't feel worthy or they don't feel enough. That's the problem sometimes. It's like we're all on an equal plane, right? We have different levels of energy for sure, but we're all on an equal plane. We all came into the world. We all have equal gifts. Yes, please. These are all on point for me. Okay, thank you for sharing. Really appreciate it. So it's when it also feels like when people get distracted, right? When they're like, I can't do meditation because I'm not able to sit with myself. Again, I don't have time for this. Just it's a lot. It feels like a lot of excuses. So do you want to pull and release times in your life where you felt like ashamed, guilty, unworthy, not deserving of feeling good because of your own stressors? And for some people, that might be like disorders, diseases, and illnesses. That's kind of heavy. Let's clear that on all levels. When I say all levels, like on any level that you have that on, okay? And you can muscle test for that too. And let's replace that with knowing that you can feel blessed, that you can feel like that the universe will provide for you, that you can start doing the work that you feel like you're here on earth to do, and that you can provide positive flow for yourself, and therefore that will come back to you. And if so, say yes. Okay, and then there are some people that feel ashamed of something specific. So again, if there's something specific that you want to clear, that you feel guilty about, that you feel embarrassed about, I can think of a person right now that comes to mind. There are a lot of people that dig themselves into holes, and we all do it, right? We can dig our grave quite quickly if we want to, but the whole point is that we can also get ourselves out of sticky situations by doing some of these things that I'm chatting about. You don't have to feel badly and continue to feel badly. It's a vicious cycle. So do you want to clear and release the energy of feeling ashamed or disappointed, or again, not good enough, no matter what that's related to, and replace that with knowing that you can come together a little bit more with others in a community setting, and start connecting in healthier ways, so you feel a part of society, that you feel a part of things, and if so, say yes. Okay, I just get the energy of judgment. And that comes up all the time where we just like, we judge other people, we judge ourselves, and it's just this really unhealthy, sticky energy. It almost feels clammy to me where it's like, people aren't taking care of themselves and that's why they do it. If they took better care of themselves, then they wouldn't be in the energy of judgment. I just feel like we do it naturally, but that's a sign that we need to do something for ourselves, that there's something that we need to make a change on. So that brings me into module 5, which is feel. And this is so in sync with the last couple readings that I've been doing here on my personal page. And so and when I listen to other people and their discussions, they really are talking about the importance of being able to feel. A lot of people become numb and they feel like, especially males, that it's bad to cry, it's bad to feel too much because they're supposed to be masculine. A lot of females are stuck in their masculine energy because they're leaders, because they're business owners, because they're public figures, whatever it is. And they start to care what other people think, and as a result, they're not really caring about how they actually feel. So it still comes back to some of the safety energy that we've been talking about and the limitations that we put on ourselves. So moving forward, would you like to know that it's okay to trust your gut on how you feel? Again, working more on the heart chakra, knowing that it's okay to contemplate emotions when they're good or bad. It's okay to understand emotions and embrace the good and just connect more to what that actually means. And if so, say yes. Okay, and then there are some people that are really scared to put forward. Like, it's just a real fear. And you know what? I've been working on my money blocks like crazy. It's insane. Like I tripled my prices. And it's funny because like I just felt like my whole lifestyle was changing as a result of me investing in myself. It was like the criticism, the fear, the guilt, the embarrassment, whatever was coming up for me stepping into my light, for me stepping forward in basically regifting energy. I would go, I'd spend money, I would learn, and then I would regift that energy and I would pass that over to other people. And now it's kind of like I'm helping other people understand the energy and the flow with finances versus that being in this feeling of stuckness. And it's really unhealthy, and it's something that we tend to, on a chakra level, hang on to in our stomach, and we can get so sick to our stomach when we owe people money, when we're in debt, when we think about our debt. So if we do look at our debt just for a minute, if you look at your relationship with debt, and just close your eyes, because when we close our eyes we can connect to that. So think about your energy with debt, how you feel about your debt. When you were a child, how did you feel about debt? Did you have any? When was the first time you started having debt? And would you like to pull and release any negative energy, any toxic energy, any heaviness that's coming about, again, on all levels? And replace that with trusting that finances will come to you when you choose that you are worthy of the money coming in. Okay? When you feel like you're worth it, you feel like the time is worth it, the energy is worth it. And if so, say yes. That feels healthier. That feels happier. Okay, so then there is a 6th module, but I'm not going into the 6th module, but you're more than welcome to check out myrobinshealing.com, go into my Robin's Healing Facebook page. My cost of this program is $888. You can do 4 payments of $222. Again, we will be doing these types of clearings, but of course on a Zoom call, much deeper. And you're going to connect with the group, and everybody's going to be kind of relating to each other, which is great. So if you don't feel comfortable asking something, somebody else will ask it, and it'll all kind of come together. We have the Facebook group where you can, share tons of things. You can kind of help each other out on your own pages. We're going to celebrate really positive stuff. I'm going to do some clearings over our Facebook group as well, so you get additional stuff in between. Again, you get 2 calls with me for 1 hour for lots of support. If your payment plan doesn't work out for you, I can help you kind of like arrange it if you live in a different place in the world. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to integrate that. Again, nobody's asking questions, so that's okay. So we're integrating it as meaning everything you said that you want to let go of and everything you would like to attract, we're going to allow that to start coming in now moving forward. Okay, and the other thing too is when it comes to energy, make sure that you're putting good positive energy out to other people, right? Share this if you want to. Just help other people. See what you're doing too is when you're contributing to other people that you're supporting other people, because that's one thing I've noticed too when I go to pay my bills, that I'm happy that I get to pay my bill because I'm actually giving somebody money that's helping them too. And when I'm supporting other business owners, that's what's happening as well. That's been really helpful. I've invested a lot of money over the last year, and as I said earlier, I was really nervous and scared to take that leap of faith to be putting so much money forward, but I do find that it's, created such beautiful relationships because there are people all over the world that I've met that I would have never met otherwise. I had people sending me gifts from the States just because, I taught them some things and they were appreciative of it. I had somebody message me and say that I was like their most magical, ideal like client, and that they're so happy that I contributed to their community and their container. So I just want to throw that out there because I think that's really important to know that you're getting more than just, it's not just about money, that there's so much more that comes from things. And that's really what I've noticed in group containers that I've joined, that I've gotten my money back from every single program that I've taken, which is wonderful. But I've gotten new connections, new relationships, new knowledge, and things that nobody can take away from me. So, it helps you with your self-esteem. It helps you with your social interactions, I find, with people, and a lot of people are scared to do Facebook Lives and things like that. And, it's just so nice to see people's confidence go up when they start to realize where some of the energy is coming from. So again, this is how I do some of my work in our group settings. But I just pull out all my tools. So I'll pull out cards, and we do tons of different types of things. But if you want to know more about this program, we're starting Thursday. If you can't make it to a call, just watch the replay. You'll still get all the healing from it. And then use the Facebook to write the things down that you want cleared for the next call. If you can't make it or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just the people who really, really are more supportive in the group tend to get more out of it. So it's all the time and energy that you put in. There is no commitment. It's literally just to receive. And yeah, just want to throw that out there. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll chat with you later if you want to book a one-on-one session with me. Again, robinshealing.com. I'd love to help you out. Bye for now. Take care.